Thank you, Westburn Primary School, for a great question about how do I support my child through friendship issues. I think the biggest thing here is, how do we get that fine line between being curious and interested in our young person's life and being worried about their life? Because friendship issues are a great example of how I can be, hey, how'd you go? How'd your day go? How did things go with your friends? As opposed to the conversation of, oh, what happened and what did she do and how did you manage that? And oh gosh, and when we start to get worried about it, then that can mean our kids are looking to us and thinking this is a really big problem. And we can spend a lot of time talking about problems with regard to friendship issues. Now the reality is, if there's bullying going on, don't muck about. Triangulate the information. If your child's coming home and complaining about things where they've been harmed or there's actually serious danger and risk, get into school, talk about it, come up with a plan. The challenge is that sometimes what our kids are complaining about or having a hard time with is the fact that other kids might have a preference. And your child might not be their preference. They might have a bunch of friends, and in fact, their friends are being invited to a party, and your young one might not be part of that group. And even though that's really tough, it's kind of life. And so I think the biggest thing you can do for your child is not necessarily jump in there and rescue them from that, but actually help them work out what's realistic. If you want to be that person's friend and maybe they're below a bit hot and cold, then in fact, rather than waking up in the morning and saying, well, I expect this friend to be, fair and consistent and, be the kind of friend I want them to be, then it's about having conversations with a young person to say, well, actually, that's not how they roll. So either you can pick another friend, or if you're going to be this person's friend, kind of know that that's how they roll and, roll with it. And that's going to make you feel a lot more in control. So that realism is really important for us parents as well. We're going to be supporting our young people through some heartbreaks, whatever age they are going to be. And so the temptation to jump in there and rescue from them needs to kind of be resisted a little bit. And we need to help them through those painful moments so they can learn some skills and some resilience around how to manage life's knocks. Because I'd like to say that life's not going to provide them with some knocks, but unfortunately it does. What can school do? Well, I think school can join in on those conversations around realism. To have conversations around how do you manage friendships? What do healthy relationships look like? School can also be really helpful when it comes to things like having structured activities at lunchtime. Because if a young person then has a choice that, I can hang around with these kids that kind of make life a bit difficult, or I can go and hang in the library, or there's a sports game going on, or there's craft activities, then I can feel a little less powerless because I can make a choice about what I do with my time. But good luck, hey? These years and these times are really hard to traverse, not only for the young person, but also for the adults around them. So the best thing you can do as the adult around them is to take a deep breath and know you're in it for the long haul, and your child's going to have some ups and downs, friendships included, and our job is to help them through it, not help them avoid it.